SumUp, how does it work? In this video, we answer all your questions about SumUp readers, all the questions you asked by mail, in the comments, and so on. At the end of the video, you will know everything about SumUp readers, and you will know if you should buy it or not. If you're looking for a specific question, look in the comments. We can go directly to one question and we'll have to listen to everything else. Okay, let's start. How to get a discount on SumUp readers? Okay, that's the most common question, and the answer is very simple. Follow the link in the comment. We have a specific link and you can save few pounds when you buy your SumUp card readers thanks to our Entrepreneur Hero links. How much does SumUp cost? The model is very simple. You buy your terminal, your card reader, and then you have a flat fee on every transaction you may do. You have no subscription, no binding contract. It's only you buy your terminal. If you don't use it, it costs you nothing. If you use it, there's a flat fee. So how much does the terminal readers cost? So there are three terminals. There is the Air Reader, there is the SumUp Suite J, and there is SumUp Suite J with a printer. The small Air Reader costs only £29. Once again, you can have discount thanks to our links. The Suite G, SumUp Suite G, it costs £99. And if you want the Suite G with the printer, it costs you £119. But once again, the price may fluctuate over time, and our discounts sometimes are better. So check it before buying. So you buy your terminal, it's only a few pounds, and then you have a flat fee on every transaction, and this flat fee is 1.69% each time you use the reader. So each time you process a payment using the reader, it can be the Air Reader, the Suite J Reader, it's the same price, 169. Any card, it's the same flat fee. And if you are doing any e-commerce payment, so pay by link, invoice, we're gonna talk about that in a few questions, it's not 169, it's 250. So you buy your terminal, if you use the reader, it's 169. If you process an online payment, it's 250. What are the differences between the three SumUp readers? The first one is the Air Reader. It's really the SumUp iconic payment terminal. So it's the cheapest, it's the smallest, and it's very easy to use. It looks like a toy. So basically, your Air Reader is connected to your smartphone through Bluetooth, and everything happens on the SumUp application. So you enter the amount you want to process, and you give the reader to your client, and they can pay in contact or in contactless. It's very useful, very small, very cheap. So for only £29, you have a small reader, and you can process payment. But the problem is that you need to have your smartphone close to the reader, and you don't have a printer. So if you want to send the ticket after the payment, you have to do it by email or by SMS. But it's a good solution if you don't process a lot of payment. Like that, you have a solution, a cheap solution, and it works well. If you process more payment, it could be a good idea to look at SumUp Suite G. Okay, it's a little bit more expensive, but what is cool about it is that you don't need to have a smartphone to process payment. It's a small terminal, mobile terminal, but you don't have to connect it. So if you want to accept a payment, you just type the amount you want to process, you put the red button, and you give the reader to your client. And there is a data SIM in the terminal, so you can take it everywhere you want, and you will be able to process a payment. So it also can be a very good solution. And also, if you have a lot of sellers, like it's not always the same people, the same person who will process the payment. It's a good thing. You don't have to connect every time to your smartphone to process payment. So the 3G reader may be also a good idea. And if you need to sometimes print a ticket, it's a very good idea to buy the 3G with the printer, the SumUp printer. Like that, you have like a real terminal. And if a client wants his ticket, you just have to push print, and he gets his ticket. Because some people don't like to give their phone number, to give their email. So if you can afford it, we really advise you to maybe look at the SumUp with the printer. What is your favorite reader? There is not a simple answer to this question. I mean, our favorite reader is the SumUp Air reader. That's the iconic reader. And it's crazy to have an innovation where you can have a full payment terminal for only a few pounds. But if you start to process a lot of payment, it's maybe a good idea to choose the SumUp 3G and the SumUp 3G with a printer. Because you don't want to have your smartphone connected to your payment terminal every time you need to process a payment. It's not very useful if you have a phone call, etc. and so on. So maybe the SumUp 3G may be a better solution. Okay, you pay a few bucks more for your terminal, but it will be very plug and play. So our advice is maybe to choose SumUp 3G, and if you stay at the same place every time, maybe the SumUp 3G with a printer. Is 169% on every transaction a good deal? Yes and no. Yes, if you don't process a lot of payment, like less like £1,000 each month, it's a good deal. You buy your terminal, it's very cheap. It works, plug and play. Okay, the commission is a little bit high, but it's the best deal you will have, and SumUp is killing it. But if you start to process a lot of payment, it may be another discussion. The first thing is that if you start to process few £1,000 each month, okay, the first thing you can do is to tell it to SumUp, and you may be able to negotiate your commission with them. But once again, if you process a lot of payment, you can also check other solutions and compare. So maybe you can go to see a company called Payment Sense or other more traditional payment terminal companies. So you will have more classical terminal. You will have like Ingenico, Verifone, Spire terminals. It will look less sexy, but you will have such a cheapest commission, like less than 1%. So if you're a small merchant, stay with SumUp. It's very good product. If you start to process more payment, contact SumUp to negotiate your commission, and also maybe compare with other company. Is SumUp a bank account? No, SumUp is not a bank account. It's a payment company, so it allows you to process payments. But they can give you can obtain a SumUp card, so you'll be able to spend the money you process on your payment terminal directly on the SumUp card. But you won't have IBAN. It's not a bank account, so you need a bank account to use it with SumUp. Can I use SumUp with a neobank? Yes, you can, and it's probably a good idea. So what you have to do is to connect your IBAN to your SumUp account, like your Revokut IBAN, for instance, and the fund will be sent to the IBAN you gave to SumUp. So it could be traditional banks or neobanks. Can I use SumUp as a private individual? No, you can't. You need a company to sign up to SumUp. How good is SumUp on e-commerce? SumUp is good and very bad on e-commerce. So let me explain. It's very good if e-commerce is not your main way to sell to your clients. It's if you do most of your transaction in person, SumUp is certainly a good deal. But if you do most of your sales online, it's not very good deal. But anyway, SumUp can help you to sell online. So you can, for instance, do payment links. So through the SumUp application, you can send a payment link by email, by SMS to your clients. So it's very useful. You can also use the invoice features of SumUp. So you can send an invoice, and in this invoice there will be a link, and if your clients open the link, you can put their credit card number and pay you through this link. And also, last year, SumUp launched a website builder, so you can build a real e-commerce website through SumUp. So how does it work? In SumUp you can add all your products, and you can find it in your application. And in one click, you can transform all your products into a real e-commerce website. So it's a really simple website. So yes, so once again, if you're full online, don't look at SumUp, look at company like Stripe or something like that to process payment. But if you're selling mostly in store, but anywhere you want to do some sale online, SumUp may be a good solution to help you do that. Can I use SumUp on my e-commerce website? No, you can't use it. You can build an e-commerce website, a very simple e-commerce website with SumUp, but you can't install SumUp on existing website. What are SumUp alternatives? SumUp has two main competitors. One is called Zettel, and we did a video about Zettel, so you can check it. And the second one is Square. Both have the same model. You buy a cheap terminals and you have no subscription but higher fees. But clearly SumUp is a good deal. You can check our reviews on other products, but SumUp is very good deal. Yes, we clearly recommend SumUp if you are a small business doing most of its sales in person. So you're a small business, you process all your payment in person, and you need a payment terminal. That's clearly the European leader, and that's clearly a good product. If you're doing most of your sale online, that's not a good solution. If you start to process thousands and thousands of pounds every month, you may want to check more classical payment companies providers. Hope you like this video. If you have any more questions, you can ask it in comments. And if you want to check for more reviews, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel.